Quick tip. I learned this little tip from Scott Barnes, JLo's makeup artist. All you're gonna do is take the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Sunblock and spray, and you will glow like no one's business, babe.
Hey, so stop scrolling. If you are somebody who feels like your foundation looks powdery and like almost too flat or matte, this video is for you. So a lot of times if we use too much powder or too much of a drying powder, our foundation can just look cakey and just too dry, like mine currently does. I have highlighter on and everything, but to save it so you look more skin-like, glowy, hydrated, Lila B. The Lila B Glow Mist is amazing. Looks like this little guy. It's skincare, a hydrator, a makeup prep spray, refresh, and setter. And instantly my skin doesn't look as dry or powdery, and it gets glowier throughout the day. So if you're oily, just spray it here, not here, and you will love it.
Makeup hacks part 2. You guys know how when you put on your concealer and you blend it out and it's like you never put any on? Let it sit on your face for a minute or two and you are going to get full coverage. Another hack is pull the sides of your nose and make sure that you blend around your nose. You just don't want creasing there, and make sure you really blend out your smile lines too before you put on translucent powder. I always like to put a little extra powder on my smile lines, and if you are the girl that just puts like foundation or concealer on your eyelids, make sure you blend that out and put translucent powder on it so you don't get those weird creasing lines. Okay, so line your lips like normal, but put a line down the middle, the sides, and down the middle there. Go over your highlight with your beauty blender so you can really blend everything out. And this is the finished look.
Here's how you can blend your eyeshadow properly. Grab your shadow with just the tip of the brush and take away the excess. Grab the brush farther back from the handle instead of too close to the head. Now place the color. Now with just the tip of the brush and very softly go back and forth to erase any harsh.
Sis, I'm about to change your whole life. So instead of putting concealer and bronzer on after your foundation, we're gonna do it before. The key is to use a concealer that is much lighter than you would typically use. Now you're gonna take your beauty blender, and I like to use something to wet it. I don't use water. I like to use the Dewy Set Spray by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and we're gonna... I'm dramatic, I know. You're going to look like you just dumped your face in a bag of flour. That's okay. Now you're going to take a liquid bronzer shade that is much darker than you would typically use. At this point, you're probably gonna scare yourself a little bit, but that's also okay. At this point, you should definitely be questioning me. But wait, put your foundation on like you would normally do. This is what it looks like after foundation is on. Bake, a little bronzer. Come back for part 2.
Hey guys, it's Maritza. I got some new makeup stuff that I want to play with. First one is the new CoverGirl Clean Fresh Silk Milk Nourishing Foundation. It's vegan and super clean by the looks of the ingredients. Let's hope the color match isn't too bad. That has some coverage. What? Okay, first off, the coverage and the match. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know why I thought it was going to be a BB cream, but holy shit. Okay, I have to make this just all about this because that gave way more than I thought it was going to be. This shit was literally $10. Also, yes, I am very pale. But guys, try this and let me know your thoughts because holy shit, I'll do a wear test and let you know.
Okay, I am going to show you a makeup hack. I don't know how safe it is, but it works. So while packing my things to go to my quarantine location, I forgot my eyelash curler, and I use that shit every day. But totally by accident, I found out that this works pretty well. And voila!
Model makeup hack! Instead of spending money on an expensive color corrector, go to a drugstore and buy an orange lipstick. Blend! Finish your makeup and your eye bags will literally be non-existent.
Sis, I'm about to change your whole life. So instead of putting concealer and bronzer on after your foundation, we're gonna do it before. The key is to use a concealer that is much lighter than you would typically use. Now you're gonna take your beauty blender, and I like to use something to wet it. I don't use water. I like to use the Dewy Set Spray by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and we're gonna... I'm dramatic, I know. You're going to look like you just dumped your face in a bag of flour. That's okay. Now you're going to take a liquid bronzer shade that is much darker than you would typically use. At this point, you're probably gonna scare yourself a little bit, but that's also okay. At this point, you should definitely be questioning me. But wait. Put your foundation on like you would normally do. This is what it looks like after foundation is on.
Here's some makeup tips that you didn't even know you needed. So when applying highlight, after you apply the first layer, put setting spray on and then apply it again, and it'll be 10 times as bold. If you have a pair of used eyelashes, wash them with warm water and soap and then wrap it around your finger to get the shape again. When applying foundation, make sure you wet your beauty blender and it'll blend better. If you have brown eyes like me, use some tints of purple eyeshadow and it'll make your eyes pop. For a more chiseled look, add some eyeshadow right in the inner corner of your eye. For a more full eyelash look, cut your eyelash in half and then put the excess on the outer corner. To find where to contour your face, hold a light up above your face and see where the shadow naturally casts, and that's where you should contour. Add black eyeliner to the upper lash line for a fuller eyelash look. Like and comment for more.
I'm going to show you how to cover up a pimple that's trying to take over your entire face. Before we begin, yes, it is a pimple. It is not a cold sore. Thank you so much in the comments. So first, take your foundation and start packing it on. I mean, like, pack it with your finger. Then you can kind of blend out the edges. Then take some loose powder on a beauty blender and really pack it on top, just on where the pimple is. Okay, dust it off. Layer 1 is now complete. Think of this like spackling. Go in with the second layer of your foundation, really packing it on. Same thing, blend out the edges, and set again. Now taking as concealer the same shade as your skin tone, do the same thing. Try and be really concentrated on top of that pimple. And of course, set again. And there you have it. It's covered up, well, as covered up as it's gonna get. Now do the rest of your makeup so you don't look so crazy. Okay, bye.
Can't get that last little bit of makeup out of the bottom of that container? Just wait. Don't throw it out. Find a sharp little tool, run it across the edges, pop open the back. You'd be surprised by how much is still in there.
I'm going to show you guys how to contour and reverse contour your nose. It's super easy. Start by grabbing a contour palette. I'm using my KKW Beauty. Then start by contouring on the tops of both sides of the nose. So you're not going to want to do it directly on the side. You want to keep it to the top and blend that into your eyebrow. Then I like to contour underneath the tip and put some darkness there to shorten the nose. And then to hide some of this naturally highlighted area, I'm going to put some contour right here and obviously blend it out so then it'll look like it's highlighted here and then the tip swoops up. To reverse contour, place some powder at the sides of your nose. So this will brighten these areas, which will really enhance the contour that you're trying to create. And I also want to brighten the tip with some powder and a little bit of the bridge. Wipe the powder off and highlight the tip and right here. Try it and let me know how it goes.
Have you ever wondered how people look like they have no makeup on, but they actually do? You've come to the right place because I've done my fair share of scamming. First, you need a tinted moisturizer with a flat brush, and you're going to apply this to the areas where you have blemishes and skin discoloration. Next up, fill in your brows. Don't go too heavy and don't go too light, just fill it into your natural shape. Add a tiny bit of mascara. And this next part is key, like absolute key. Skip out on powder or solid form of highlighter. Go in with like a gel or a liquid and use a fan brush. And adding it to the high points of your face will create the illusion of healthy, glowing skin.
I'm going to tell you what products are worth it just with a simple yes or no. Yes, oh my fucking God, yes. No. Yes, but you already knew that. Fucking no. No, unless you really want your face to smell like fake strawberry. Yes, 1,000%. If I'm deserted on an island, this is the one product I would take with me.
No.
Yes, the best.
No.
Yes, and I'm someone who was like swore by makeup removing wipes. This has totally replaced. Yes, and honestly, anything by Murad is amazing. No times 7,000 unless you like watery see-through liner. Yes, if you are into bold, bright, easy application of color. No, absolutely trash. Yes, amazing replacement.
Makeup hack. Some of you might hate me for this.
That's okay.
Let's talk about setting spray. I've tried everything. Everything. And my favorite, absolute favorite, is this. Tanning spray for your face. This is a Saint Tropez bronzing water face mist. It lasts all day or night. It like ties all the colors of my face when I'm done doing my makeup together. And it's like sticky and it lasts all day on my face. Seals my makeup in rest of the night. Anything I want to do, I'm good. Almost any tanning spray works. You're welcome.
If you're someone that struggles with putting falsies on, here's a tip that might save your life. Grab your glue, preferably one that has a brush. Put it on your eyelid the same way you would apply eyeliner. Grab your eyelash and apply.
Hi, my name is Makeup by Maritza, and I want to explain a trend that's going on right now. So, hold on. It's the one about powdering before foundation versus after foundation, and here's the correct way to do it. Do all of your skincare first. Yes, that includes moisturizer. Then apply your primer. The reason why that is so important is because your primer can not only lock in your skincare, it can be the important barrier. So what your powder is doing is sealing your primer and all of that goodness in. You don't want to do it the opposite way around. Okay, we're going to continue. Then you take your translucent powder and a fluffy brush and just gently press it into the skin. You don't want a heavy layer. After that, if you're oily, use the Skindinavia or Urban Decay setting spray. I'm using my Glow recipe. That step is important because it sets down any excess powder and makes it ready for liquid foundation. So that's what I'm going to go do. And then once that's done, I did a little bit of my Fenty Invisimatte powder, and then I'll just do a little bit more of my spray.
So this is how I bake my face to get like those really crazy sculpted cheekbones. Just apply all this powder and I wait for a miracle, a Christmas miracle.
So I'm going to test out that hack about cleaning your eyeshadow palettes and see if it actually works. So you grab a makeup wipe and wrap it around a flat jar like this. Then you run it across your palette so it cleans it without ruining the shadows.
Way to avoid a mess when applying lash glue is to actually put a little bit of the glue onto the end of a spoolie or a brush, and then all you gotta do is glide it through.
Here's some tips for smart shopping at Ulta. I'm an Ulta employee, lead cashier to be exact, but anyways, that doesn't matter.
When you walk in with this coupon, the $3.50 off 15, you're like, OMG, I'm going to buy this new Naked palette and get $3.50 off. But if you look in the little section, it says that it can't be used on prestige items. So that means no Urban Decay, no Tarte, no Anastasia Beverly Hills, and definitely no MAC. But there are actually a lot of things you can use the coupon on, including the entire Bretman Rock collection. Jeffree Star approved putty primer, which is literally $8. And everybody's favorite, The Ordinary. Also, something to be noted is when you buy something for buy one, get one half off, the coupon still works. You're welcome.
6 secret makeup hacks. If you don't have a beauty blender, opt for a microfiber sock instead. Using the end of the sock, apply your normal foundation. The plush texture will blend and smooth foundation on like a charm. Create a quick eyebrow stamp by using the ends of your tweezers and your brow pomade. Outline your brows with the tweezers. Use a spoolie to fluff them up for super full, beautiful brows. For super thick lashes, fluff them up first with translucent powder. The powder helps grip the mascara to your lashes, making them super full and voluminous. Here's with and without the powder. For an easy smoky eye look, grab your favorite eyeliner and draw a hashtag on your lids, then blend it in with a brush. Blend away till you get that super chic smoky eye look. For an easy contouring hack, cut up your beauty blender into fourths. Pat it down with your contouring powder or cream, stamp it on your face and blend in for some super sculpted cheekbones. And if you ever struggle big time getting the last bit of your product out, snip off the end of the tube to make sure you're getting every last drop.
5 drugstore makeup must-haves. This e.l.f. Camo Concealer is a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. This is the best liquid liner from NYX. The Ardell Naked line looks like you have lash extensions. This is the best drugstore mascara and is similar to the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. The Wet n Wild highlighters give it insane glow to the cheeks and are similar to the Becca ones.
So I've realized I have a multitude of people following me of all ages, so I'm going to cover something for my experienced friends. Realistically, this can go to anybody, but if you have trouble with concealer creasing or looking cakey and gross, this is for you. In a part 2, I'm going to list all the concealers that I think would work. Realistically, you should be able to make any concealer work, and I'm going to show you how. Step 1 is invest in an eye cream or start doing eye masks. I made a video about that. You can go find it and watch it. If you have a lot of creases on your under eye naturally like I do, realistically, stop using a sponge. Y'all are about to hate me, but stop doing this. Stop it. That's too much product. This is all you really need. The real tea, take a brush and start to gently buff it in. It's a synthetic brush. Another pro tip is go backwards. Part 2, we're going to cover how to powder.
How to get your eyelashes to look like this from this using the best drugstore mascara that keeps them curled all day. Step 1, curl your eyelashes. Then get this mascara, it's only $5. This is the only mascara that keeps your eyelashes curled because it dries instantly.
How to get the perfect dewy foundation. So first thing is to have a serum. Anything do you like? Make sure you have a CC cream or a BB cream and not a foundation because they tend to dry your skin. No good, trust me here. So we start with moisturizer. So next step is I like to put a liquid highlighter all over. With a brush, make sure you blend it in. This is the Sigma F80. Okay, so take your hand, make sure it's clean, put a little bit of the BB cream and the serum. Just a few drops and make sure to mix it all. Should look like this. Now with the finger, I apply it. With the same brush, we blend. Glowing AF. So this is it. We're glowing and like this if you want me to do more.
So I'm going to show you guys how to avoid getting blocky eyebrows. The first mistake to getting a blocky eyebrow is using a shade too dark for your pencil, pomade, or brow gel. Now I know we want to have our brows more defined, but that doesn't always mean we have to go the darkest shade. I promise. As you can see, I dyed my hair black, but my brows are my natural hair color. So a pro tip is to never start in the front of your brow, always start underneath the arch and tail area. And then just keep building. And you can slowly bring that product forward and work it into the front and whole brow. And with light pressure and no excess product, you can comb it through the front of your brow hairs. Here's the pro tip though. Take your spoolie and always brush from underneath the brow up. And if your brows are naturally darker in the front, just use a lighter brow gel and comb that through and blend it out and you're good. If you have oily skin and you're looking for a good primer, this is the video for you. I do want to make a quick recommendation. Sometimes if you feel like you're very oily, that is your skin telling you that it's overproducing because deep down, it's dry. You're going to hate me for this, but start sleeping with an oil. You should see a difference in about 2 to 2.5 to 3 weeks. You're welcome. And not coconut oil, something that's skin safe, please. This one from Smashbox is a personal favorite. It's actually really nice. This one from Origins is actually awesome. It's more of a foam and it does blur the skin, and it's also kind of like a skin treatment too. The blurring one from Laura Mercier has silica powder in it, so throughout the day it actually absorbs the excess oil, so that's actually another good option. The Fenty Mattifying Primer. Yes, when you don't want to be too dry, but you do want your oil to stay at bay. You will also want to use a good oil control powder and setting spray. Just saying.
Makeup tips from an actual makeup artist that will change your life. Part 1. Alright, so this first one's gonna sound a little bit weird, okay, I know, but I promise it makes the biggest difference. So if you guys feel like your foundation never goes on right, or your concealer, and you kind of always have like texture and never really looks super smooth, then shave your face. Listen, I know that sounds crazy, but trust me, it works. Just try it, okay? Don't knock it till you try it. It'll literally make your skin like baby smooth. It'll get rid of all that peach fuzz. All right, now don't actually use like a razor like you would for shaving your legs, you know what I mean? Buy one of these. This is literally a little mini razor. You can buy them off Amazon or at CVS. Number 2. So if you set your face with a brush, or if you set your face by like baking, then you're doing it wrong, okay? Grab your powder, dip it in with your beauty blender, and just literally go in and press it into your makeup. This way it literally melts in with the foundation, and this way your skin will look so airbrushed and smooth, and your makeup will last all day. Part 2 coming soon.
So a lot of you guys are asking me how the hell am I using the Dragon Beauty Skin Perfecting Potion, and honestly you guys, it's very simple, so just watch this video, I guess. So you guys see I have very dark veins right here, my 5 o'clock shadow, I have dark circles that only start right here, some blemishes, all that good stuff. I'm just going to tap it on. Taking my Morphe brush that looks like this, it's the Morphe M173. I'm just going to blend this really quick because it dries fast. In order for it to set, start with your brows, start with your eyeshadow, start with your eyes, and then after you're done with that, go in with your face. So for coverage, I'm using the Flex Foundation from Milk Makeup, and then the Sheer Glow from NARS. These are the 3 concealers that I can't decide to use, so I'm going to use all 3 of them. ColourPop Kylie Milk Makeup. Done.
If you have pink undertones in your skin like I do, I'm going to tell you a tip that's about to change your life. So let's say that you got a foundation that matches your neck and matches your face, and you got a concealer that matches your foundation, but it doesn't match the pink in your skin. But let's say that you don't want to wear foundation every day. You just want to wear concealer just to cover up some blemishes or something. I don't know. So you put your concealer on, right? And we blend, obviously. So now you got a set. But we're not going to set it with normal powder. You know what we're going to set it with? Boom. Blush. Yes, you heard me right. Look at this, it's magic. And now it's all blended, but look at that. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. This looks like my skin. It looks like my skin.
Okay, so you know when you wear glasses and you have foundation on, which I don't right now, but when you do have foundation on and you wear glasses or sunglasses, when you take them off, a lot of times the foundation gets all broken up right here. So if you want to avoid that, you can take an eyeshadow primer. This one's from Urban Decay. Put a little bit of that on your nose where the little things touch before you put foundation or anything on. Blend it in. Then use a loose setting powder and lightly powder the area just so you set it. Then just apply your foundation and the rest of your makeup just like normal. Then when you wear your glasses, you shouldn't have any marks.
So as I said in my other video, you don't want to put your concealer right up under your eyes or exactly where you're going to put it. You want to put it in like the center location of where you want it, and then you can blend it out, right? Because makeup is just blending. Blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. So the tip that I kind of got cut off with was from Jackie Aina, the Lord and Savior herself. Let your concealer dry a little bit, not dry up, but you can see this is way more shiny than this one is or this one. So I use my finger to blend out my concealer, which people who use their finger for everything, I don't know how they do it, but I like it because it melts everything and I have more control over what I want to do. So when you let your concealer sit, it'll it'll dry down a little bit, and then you get a little bit more coverage, and I like the way that it looks in the skin, because if your concealer is still wet and you're using a beauty blender, it's just going to be picked up by the beauty blender, right? So I'm going to show you how I blend this really quick. So this general triangular shape is how I'm going to blend it, and then I'll blend a bunch down here to make sure it just is gradient.
I'm going to show you how to create natural faux freckles without having to go out and buy anything. You'll already have this at home. Just grab an eyeshadow palette that you already have with a nude shade that you want your freckles to be. Dip into the shade enough where you'll have some excess on the brush. And then you're going to want to slightly tap the brush in the areas you want your freckles to be, and keep repeating that until you have enough freckles. Make sure you look back as well, because gravity, obviously, and then it's easier if you use another object to help tap it. I find that way distributes the product so evenly, just like this, and then the last step is just to tap them in, and you can also go over with some setting powder if you want to further set them or lighten them. So I'm going to test out that hack about cleaning your eyeshadow palettes and see if it actually works. So you grab a makeup wipe and wrap it around a flat jar like this. Then you run it across your palette so it cleans it without ruining the shadows.
So I've gotten a lot of questions if you can contour and bronze together. Abso-freaking-lutely you can. I'm going to show you how to. Now I'm going to say the steps you do them in does not really matter. I'm going to do contour first, taking my KVD Vegan Beauty Kitten Mini, and I'm just placing it in the areas that I want to have more shadow or more definition. I'm doing it very lightly, holding the brush back more. A little bit in my temple area for that Bella Hadid moment. Look at that. Okay. Then for my nose, I'm taking a smaller brush and looking down directly so I can see the top of my nose versus the side. Then for bronzer, I'm going to press it into the skin on top where the sun would naturally hit on my cheek, so kind of all through here and on the forehead. Then for blush, I'm going to go from the pupil down and press it into the apple of my cheek and up. And that is how you do it.
How to get the perfect highlight with 3 products. Get some highlights on a brush. Make sure you have a good amount. Spray the brush with setting spray. A little bit, and boom.
Here's a quick beauty hack for a seamless contour. Apply a cream contour of your choice before your foundation. And I'm using a foundation stick as a cream contour. You can use a foundation stick or you can use whatever cream contour you like. Blend that out using a beauty blender or stippling brush. I like to use a brush and spray some MAC Fix Plus spray on it. And you just want to blend everything before you apply the foundation. I use a sponge just for the nose contour. Don't forget to blend down your neck and snatch that jawline. I'm also taking concealer and applying that before the foundation. Blend out your concealer with a damp beauty sponge. Apply your foundation over top. Blend that out and finish the rest of your makeup. And that's the finished look.
Stop scrolling. I'm about to save your life. Weirdest fucking makeup tip ever, but it's a lifesaver. Put some fucking laxatives on your face, baby. Milk of magnesia, my friends. $5 at Walmart, get that shit now. It's what estheticians as myself actually use quite often for wedding parties, brides, you fucking name it. Your makeup will fucking stick to your face for like 12 hours at a time, even fucking more. You can fucking fall asleep with that shit. Beautiful the next morning. You can use this shit if your poop won't leave and your fucking makeup won't stay. But be warned, if you are a dry motherfucker, do not use this trick often because it keeps oil at bay, but it could dry your face out. Only with time though, so if you are dry, you can actually use this tip, just not often. If you're super oily, this is actually going to be your best friend. I kid you not. Use that shit as a primer, follow for more fucking makeup tips, skincare tips, whatever the fuck.
Hey guys, so I got this Besame Cake Mascara that I wanted to try out with you guys. It comes in a tin container, so it's eco-friendly since it's not in plastic, and it's water-free. So that means that this mascara will last up to 2 years after it's opened. All you do is you mix a little water on the brush, you rub it on top of the cake mascara, you apply one coat, wait for it to dry, and apply a second coat. What do you guys think?
Easy tips to make your nose look more contoured. Shade the sides of your nose up to your eyebrow. Shade a little circle around the tip of your nose and under it. Add a highlight to the tip of your nose and up here. It'll be different for everyone, but this should help, so let me know how it goes.
I am literally stocking up on this because I have never in my life experienced something that actually blurs everything on your freaking face. Like, where is my nose? I didn't wear any makeup today. I only wore this. No joke.